Cue dramatic unboxing theme music, fam. We got the second lap of Daniel Arsham's Hot Wheel collaboration here. On the previous Daniel Arsham video for lap 1, we covered the eroded Porsche 930 and the eroded Roger Dodger, and not to mention the Super Rally case, which was also eroded. Today we're unboxing the eroded Deora 2 and the Porsche 356 Bonsai Speedster. Right now on deck, we got the Porsche 356 Bonsai Speedster, which is another car that Daniel Arsham actually owns. He completely modified it in a way that only Daniel Arsham could by stripping it down to a simpler and less perfect version, so to speak. All of this is based on wabi-sabi, which is the Japanese art of impermanence. The word wabi translates to less is more, and sabi means attentive melancholy. Wabi-sabi refers to an awareness of the transient nature of earthly things and a corresponding pleasure in the things that bear from the mark of this impermanence. Or in simpler terms, it means finding the beauty in simple stuff that isn't gonna be here for a long time. And I had to kind of break that down for y'all so this could all make sense. Because again, this is more of a piece of art than a toy. Well, it is an art toy, but it definitely leans heavily on the artistic side. So when you look at these toys, or when you look at these Hot Wheels, you got to understand all the thought and detail behind them. Because if you don't, you're just looking at something and you just won't get it, and it just will probably piss you off that you got to pay $70 for something like this. This Hot Wheel version is another replica of his car, and everything from the patchwork interior to the Bonsai 1 license plate is there in 1/64 scale. The weathered look is crazy dope, and this car is a 1955 356 Bonsai that was made to look like it was found in 2955. And I'm wondering if that is the actual reference to the future year this car will be unearthed, which I'm pretty sure it is, but if I'm not, let me know in the comments. Arsham took 2 years of stripping down the paint and original finishes to show its natural aging, and I'm talking about the one that he actually owned. The interior of the Bonsai on that car was co-designed with Japanese fashion designers using Japanese fabrics to create patchwork for the seats and Japanese denim for the roof, which isn't on the Hot Wheels version because we got this car with its top down. Once again, no corners were cut on the packaging as it came triple box. Tons of details adding to the experience are printed on the outer box, and the inner box actually raises when you open to unveil the car inside. Out of the 2 cars that I purchased in lap 2, I would say this is my favorite, and out of the 4, it's also my favorite as well. This is still available on the Mattel Creations site for the original retail price of $70 and a limit 2 per customer. With that being said, we're going to talk about the Deora 2. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I absolutely understood this thing because I did not get it at first. And the only reason I copped it was because I needed to fill the rally case to complete the set. So in order to understand the Deora 2, you got to understand the OG Deora. After doing some research, I found out that the OG Deora originally came out in 1968 with the Hot Wheels Sweet 16, which are the original 16 cars that Hot Wheels released when they came out as a company. Deora is a mashup between a Dodge D100 and a Ford station wagon. That was kind of Frankenstein together, and they put the engine in the middle and chopped off the front of the D100 to come up with the look of the Deora. So it is a really dope custom mashup car that became legendary. And I gotta say, it was an actual car. Once again, this is not something that was imagined and created into a little car. This thing actually existed. And it was designed by Harry Bradley in the 60s and eventually commissioned to some other guys who put it together. The Hot Wheels OG Deora had 2 surfboards in the back, which was a nod to California's super popular surf culture. See, you can't make a hit movie without making a sequel, and now we have the Deora 2, which is what Arsham remixed in his signature eroded style. I definitely recommend checking out some pics or video of the actual Deora 2 because that thing is really dope. The color of this car is dubbed Arsham Bronze, which is the color of bronze that is actually eroding in real life. It kind of turns into this bluish color. There's also some crystallized erosions on the body, which are actually bronze. And the car is once again made of silkstone like the other cars from lap 1. And not to mention, they have a lot of dope tiny detail. Like the previous 3 other cars from this collection, it comes in a museum type acrylic display case, adding to the experience and presentation, which Daniel Arsham is all about. While I didn't absolutely love this car at first, it recently started to grow on me after doing the research for this video, because as you know, I'm not much of a Hot Wheels collector unless they happen to cross paths with hip hop or an artist that I'm a fan of. And in this case, they kind of did both. But I still feel like the Deora 2 is my least favorite out of the 4 thus far. I'm looking forward to completing the set and seeing how they all look in the case. Unlike the other cars in the collection, this car has a specific year it was designed to look like it was found in, which is the year 3000. And hopefully when they find this car in the year 3000, they find this video and one of my ancestors gets some monetization for it. This car is still available on the Mattel Creations site for the original retail price of $70. And once again, there is a limit of 2 per customer. As far as resale goes, I wouldn't waste my time going to eBay or StockX or any other place to get this. Just go right over to Mattel Creations and save yourself a couple bucks. Well, you're not really saving a couple bucks, but if you're not paying resale, I guess you are. Thanks for watching, and if you're enjoying the content, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and if I missed anything, or if you have anything to add to the conversation, leave it in the comments. Peace.